In an interview that was supposed to focus on the victims of the Orlando shooting, quickly turned into a political attack. Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi was being asked by CNN's Anderson Cooper to appear on his program to talk about the victims of the Orlando shootings and fundraising efforts and scams regarding funeral homes. But when she was mic'd up, this is what Cooper focused on instead.
I talked to a lot of gay and lesbian people here yesterday who are not fans of yours and who said that they thought you were being a hypocrite, that you for years have fought, you've basically gone after gay people, said that in court that gay people, simply by fighting for marriage equality, were trying to do harm to the people of Florida, to induce public harm, I believe was the term you used in court. Do you really think you're a champion of the gay community?
Well, she was clearly blindsided, and right now Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi joins us from Tampa to respond. Good morning to you, Pam.
Morning, Steve.
Okay, what happened?
Well, you know, this is all about the victims. And so I went over to do an interview. Now, he did not in advance know about the scams because those were breaking. I was with the victims' families, learning. I was
right,
fighting
and
with
the scams were the fact that some funeral homes were gouging people.
Well, funeral homes gouging, right. And we had just learned about all these, what I really want to talk about this morning, all these websites that are up there, crowdfunding websites all over the country to get people to donate. So I arrived. We had a nice chat. They put an earpiece in, adjusted the sound, which we do in, you know, all uplinks. And then he was live there with them. He saw the earpiece in and goes, oh, she doesn't need that. Pulled the earpiece out. And I said, Anderson, thank you for mentioning the victims' names. Thank you for broadcasting in front of a hospital because that's going to make people think about these victims. And I said, here's what's breaking right now. I told him, I said, we're going through scams, all these scams. That was on his mic that was hot, by the way. So he had a mic on. So, and he said, okay, let's start off with the crowdfunding scams, whatever we're going to call them. And so we started off with that. And then he just flipped on me about, you know, there's a time and place for everything. If he wants to ask me about doing my job, defending the Constitution, but to incite anger and hatred was not the time nor the place in front of a hospital. And I kept trying to bring him back. He cut me off. He said sick irony, you know, and I get it. He's hurt. He is a champion of the LGBT community. But, you know, that's a time for us to come together. And I was actually happy about having the opportunity to go on with someone who cares to talk about these scams because potentially millions of dollars is flowing through the country based on people watching his shows and the hospital behind him.
Well, Pam, Anderson responded last night. Let's watch a little bit of that.
Today, the Attorney General went on a radio show and made some claims about our interview that are just factually incorrect. Now, she's either mistaken or she's not telling the truth.
How would you respond to that, Pam?
Yeah, he said I'm either mistaken or not telling the truth. Well, the interview is what it is. And also, I would love for CNN to release his microphone. That was all wired when we were talking about. I was excited, telling him excited that he could help people, saying, Anderson, this is what's going on right now. We're learning this. You can help so many people. So, you know, emotions are high. I saw later that he had cried when he was reading the names. So, you know, it is what it is. But let's just focus on unity and love. And he basically mocked me for saying that. But, you know, people are, it's the scene out there, Steve. Brian was out there.
Absolutely.
The scene out there is horrific. And emotions are high. What we're out there to do, we're out there to help people.
Clearly, he wanted to talk about one thing and he wanted to talk about something else. All right. Pam Bondi, the Attorney General of Florida. Pam, thank you very much.
Thank you.